What's going on, peeps? Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you guys are all doing good out there. Everybody, hope everything is going your way. Welcome to my channel. Double check and make sure that you are still subscribed to my channel. And also, while you are subscribing, hit that bell notification to make sure that you have it set to all. And also, if you do have my channel pulled up at all, like, on your computer, if you have my tab pulled up on your computer, make sure that you just go by and refresh it every now and then and make sure that I'm posting videos, etc., etc. All right, appreciate it. All right, so again, folks, just do that, okay? I'm telling you, it's gonna be worth your while. All right, so you guys see my title right here, and right now I'll just kind of give people a chance to kind of jump in here and say their hellos at this time. And I see that there's quite a few of you guys in there, so I want to just say hello to you all. Good afternoon to you all. All right, so gotta get on this right here, folks, because I don't care what folks say. I mean, if it was Jen Psaki doing that, I would be doing the same thing to her. But my whole point I want to do this is to show the sheer hypocrisy behind it, right? I mean, I already kind of gave my little bit of spiel away on this, but I am going to read this, and I want you guys to hear it as well, okay? So, anywho, right here, this reads that White House press secretary grilled on tweet calling the 2016 election stolen. The White House press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, said Peter Doocy's question was ridiculous. Oh, the hypocrisy. His question is ridiculous, right? Fox News reporter Peter Doocy confronted White House press secretary Karine Jean-Pierre with her own past tweets denying election results Tuesday, asking her whether it was an extreme to do this in 2016 as it is in 2020, which I think is a legit question, because you guys all know that right now, in our current state that we're in right now, that anybody that questioned the 2020 election results, etc., you were being completely banned from YouTube. Your stuff was being taken down on Twitter. They were taking your stuff down on Instagram, all of that, right? We also know that currently we're in a condition right now to where if you are of a particular side of this playing field, y'all know what I'm getting at. If you are on a particular side of this playing field, if they pull up a video of something that you did 10 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever like that, this CC culture, the C culture, you know what it is, the cancel culture will come out, find videos on you, find some way to scrutinize you up to the point to where they can cancel you for something that you said maybe 5 years ago. Remember how they did Kevin Hart? Remember? They did a lot of people like that, bringing people back from the past, stuff they did in the past, whatever like that, and bringing it up as if it is a current thing right now. And that's what makes this so significant, ladies and gentlemen, because I tell y'all, the way that you people, I'm talking about cancel culture, the way that you cancel culture people judged people who made comments or jokes, whatever, way back when, and y'all not only did they try to cancel them, but you did cancel some of these folks. I find it extremely funny that that's the same exact rhetoric y'all doing on white people right now when it comes to white people once had black people in slavery, like it was them that did it. Do the same. It's the same exact game plan, y'all. Same exact game plan. Stuff that happened to somebody in the past, they want to try to use that to cancel them. Stuff that what's crazy, they trying to cancel y'all white people over stuff that y'all didn't even do, though. Y'all ancestors did it, but y'all didn't do it, but they still want to cancel y'all over. You know what I mean? So then can we cancel other black people who might have been a part of the society in the South that did have slaves themselves? You know, is there any type of inherited racism in their blood? Is there any type of inherited privilege in their blood as well, since black people own slaves too? You know, anyway, let me digress for that. Get back to the subject at hand, ladies and gentlemen. So, Fox News reporter, I already told you he confronted her, right? Jean-Pierre claimed on Twitter that former President Donald Trump had stolen the election in 2016 and that the Republican Georgia governor Brian Kemp had stolen his election in 2018. Doocy, he pressed the White House spokesman to explain why MAGA Republicans were facing so much criticism for their claims that the 2020 election was stolen when she and other Democrats had cast doubt on those elections. He said this. Peter said, you tweeted in 2016 that Trump stole an election. Then she jumps in and said, oh, I knew this was coming, is what Jean-Pierre said, while she cut him off. She went on to say, I was waiting, Peter, for when you were going to ask me that question. Then Peter said, well, here we go. He said, you tweeted Trump stole an election. You tweeted Brian Kemp stole an election. If denying election results is extreme now, why wasn't it then? Which I think is a legit question. right? Governor Kemp won the election in Georgia. I have been clear about that. She continued, I have said President Trump won the election in 2016, and I have been clear about that. What we're talking about right now is, let's not forget what happened on January the 6th of 2021. We saw an insurrection, a mob that was incited by the person who occupied the White House. It was an attack on our democracy, which, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump did not get impeached on that. That did not go through. Nothing was found that Donald Trump incited that. So I don't understand how they are even able to still say that Donald Trump is the reason why January the 6th happened, when Donald Trump clearly told people to go down there and peacefully make their voices be heard, et cetera, et cetera. So right now, how is it that she cannot get herself fact checked on the fact that she just said that? How can she not get fact checked on saying that, when we all know, you guys all seen it unfold, that they all went after Donald Trump, trying to impeach him and everything, but then what came of it? What came of it? Check Cash David says MRM got to call Jesse Lee Peterson today, and he told me amazing, made my day. Oh, I hear you. But no, what I'm saying, no, seriously, what for her to even say that right now, how can that be something that they can let ride off as being a true statement when it was not proven that Donald Trump sat there and incited anybody to go in there and do what they claimed that he did? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let me go ahead and read on some more of this. She said we saw an insurrection, a mob that was incited by the person who occupied the White House. It was an attack on our democracy. There they go again with that attack on democracy stuff. President Joe Biden had described the MAGA Republicans as a threat to democracy. In a Philadelphia speech last week, the president has attempted to push Trump and the January 6th storming of the U.S. Capitol into the center stage ahead of the 2022 midterms. That's old news right now, y'all. That's what I'm saying. They're trying to be slick with the stuff right there. Again, it's all to distract you from the fact that you Americans are hurting right now from what the current administration choices have done to the United States, period. Right? So let me go back up to what she said right here. She said, Governor Kemp won the election in Georgia. I haven't been clear about that. She continued, I have said President Trump won the election in 2016, and I have been clear about that. What we're talking about right now is, let's not forget about what happened on January 6th. And I'm like, wait a minute, no. See, if I was Peter, I'd be like, no, that ain't what we're talking about. I'm asking you as a journalist, I'm asking you this question. I'm asking you, why is it? See what I'm saying? Y'all. Whoa, I need to just be, I don't need to be a part of no organization. I just need to be a part of just some type of press, because I would not let her slip through with that right there. I'm like, no. Okay. Yeah, you're talking about January 6th, and you're talking about what was so-called an insurrection. That's not what I asked you. I asked you, why is it that it's extreme now, but it wasn't extreme then? So you can't go into, let's be really clear. I said that Donald Trump won. I said that Kemp won, but we're talking about the January 6th. No. You're not answering my question. Why was it extreme now, but it's not then? Why is it extreme now to question the integrity of the election, but it wasn't extreme then? You missing the point. Why? Well, Peter, you see, that's what I'm saying, y'all. That's what they try to do. They try to keep on talking. So what end up happening, if you are an attentive person, your brain will begin to focus on actually the information that this person is telling you, that you end up forgetting what it is that you even asked them. I would be like, when she said this to me, I would drop my head. I would write on my piece of paper, ask her, blah, 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 blah. When she gets done, I'm gonna go, so anyway, like I said, why is it extreme now, but it wasn't extreme then when you guys said it? And better yet, why is it, if anybody questioning the integrity right now, the social media companies went after them, but they didn't go after her when it happened with Trump? Because those same social media was around. What influenced the social media to actually change the way that it actually so-called went after information that was supposedly false or misinformation or disinformation? Why weren't they doing that same exact thing when Trump was in office? Is it possible that there was some entity that during Trump's era, when all the question about the election was going around, Hillary Clinton and all them was saying that, why didn't the social media them say nothing then? Why weren't they like so proactive about going after people possibly spreading misinformation about Trump so-called stealing the election? Why? But why did it happen when Joe Biden did it? Huh? And I'm just saying, y'all, Mark Zuckerberg threw a wrench in there a little bit with what he came out with. Anyway, get back at this again. MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards, Biden said. Backwards to an America where there is no right to choose, no right to privacy, no right to contraception, no right to marry who you love. Time out. No, buddy. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Joe Biden said MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards. Yeah, back to where it was when Trump was in. Yeah, you got, yeah, that's what we're talking. Yeah, you're right, backwards. Backwards to where Trump, you remember, you know how they do at Walmart, where they roll back the prices? Yeah, we trying to roll back America to when Trump was in there. So, yeah, I agree. Yeah, you are. He's trying to take us backwards. But then he told this in there. He said backwards to an America where there is no right to choose. Choose what? Choose what? Choose what? Because all this stuff happened while you were the president. Are we missing something? Are we missing something? The Roe versus Wade, if that's what he's talking about, this happened under you, Biden. What are you talking about? Oh, but Trump gonna get blamed for that too, huh? Trump gonna get blamed. There was an Easter bunny that was crowd working you. I guess Trump is to blame for that too, huh? Anyway, so I just hit on that right there. No right to choose. That happened under you, Joe Biden. No. Even though Trump did have a heavy influence on it, but I'm just saying, he wasn't the president when Roe versus Wade happened. Let's move on. He said no right to privacy. Oh, you mean like if people have the right to ask you if you're vaccinated or not? You mean that thing that they so-called teach me as a medical professional all through the schooling we went through about how HIPAA is, and then when you get hired onto a new job, they talk to you about how important HIPAA is, but yet at the same time, this job that I can get hired onto can ask me right now if I'm vaccinated or unvaccinated. They don't care if I have the flu shot. They don't care if I have the hepatitis B shot, the hepatitis A shot when you get hired on, depending on what you get into. But y'all really are concerned if I'm vaccinated with the coronavirus vaccination or not. That's so funny to me, but yet this is supposed to be, you're saying that he's going to take us back to a time where there was no right to privacy. Hello, all the stuff that happened with the COVID stuff, that was happening under you. No right to privacy where you got to disclose whether you were vaccinated or not. Anyway, move on to the next thing he said. He said no right to contraception. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? No right. No right. No right. No right to contraception. You're telling me this? I know for a fact that there were people, dude. God bless our souls. Me and some younger siblings. We have babysitters, y'all. I'm just telling on her. Y'all not gonna know her name because we had a bunch of babysitters. But one babysitter in particular, when she used to like leave and go like hang out with her boyfriend sometimes, you know, and when I don't mean like leave us alone, she used to leave and go like down the street with her boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. She left some candy always like in the bathroom, you know, and we would get that candy and sometimes eat it. These candies came in a funny looking little tablet thing that folded open like a clamshell and had a whole bunch of little bitty candies in it. We sat there and we would eat some every now and then. Having no idea. We was sitting there eating our babysitter birth control. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying there for is, folks, is for him to say no rights to contraception. People were long. My point is, I was a kid when this happened, which means my babysitter and they were on the pill. Birth control. Dudes sang and rapped and people knew about condoms. They handed condoms out in my middle school. So what do you mean like no right to contraception? What are you talking about? Anyway, that's what I'm saying. Y'all, just what I'm saying. You get to just throw words out there and you know what I'm saying? This is for those dummies that don't think. He said no right to marry who you love. Gay people not getting married? What do you mean no right to marry who? What is he talking about? See, don't say you have to. I would be like, can you be more specific? Okay, President Biden, when you said no right to choose, can you be specific on what you're talking about? Because I choose to get up and go to work. I choose to drive my car. I choose where I want to go and eat it. So can you be specific and go in detail what you're talking about by no right to choose? Mr. President Biden, when you said no right to privacy, what type of privacy are we talking about? Because I can go use my bathroom without nobody being around. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I would make you go detail. Okay, Mr. President, when you say no right to contraception, what type of contraception are you talking about? Because they got condoms at Walgreens, CVS. They got condoms everywhere. And girls can go in, and especially young black girls, definitely, they can go in with them. Oh, come on now. With what they have right now, they can go in and get put on a pill. area, they can tell the dude to wear a condom. They can wear a female condom. They can put on the female condom. The girls can. Yep. Put the female condom up in there. What you mean? So what are you talking about? He says, who has no right to contraception, Mr. President? Can you be more specific? Mr. President Biden, you said no right to marry who you love. Can you explain that? Can you go into detail? Are you talking about a black person can't marry a white person? A white person can't marry an Asian person? A black person can't marry an Asian person? What are we talking? A man can't marry a woman can't marry a man? What are we talking about? A man can't marry a man? What are we talking about? A black man can't marry a white man? Can you be more specific on that? Because I do not recall all that stuff being suppressed like that under Donald Trump. It's not even really being suppressed right now. So what are we talking about? Well, Ty, you know that he's talking. I don't know what he's talking about. That's what you would try to have me to think. That's what he's talking about, because that's what you're thinking about, or that's what you might be talking about. But I would want those questions right there answered, period. So I'm saying, y'all, folks, these all day long, some of us, you need to try to have yourself in the mind frame where you're constantly looking for, you know what I'm saying? You know how they call it, like a sleight of hand? You want to be looking for the sleight of word. You know what I mean? You want to be looking for a sleight of words. That's what I want to be looking at. Sleight of words. Because those things that he just named out right there, I want you to tell me what those things are. Plain and simple. Anyway, so with that being said, let me move on to the next thing here. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans, he said, represent an extremism. He said the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic. He continued, MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election. You know what? You want to have a free election? You want to have a free election? Go back to the days. Go back to the days where we all had to put that piece of paper in the box. You know what I'm saying? If we want to, to me, y'all, if you talk about the transparency of certain things, to me, I mean, y'all go with me here, okay? Go with me here on this one, all right? Just go with me here on this one. Wouldn't it be awesome that if during an election, they just had a bar up there? Like, let's just say you went to go vote in your county. They say every hour, we're going to show you guys with the bar graph who's up and who's down while you're voting. Better yet, I wouldn't even care. I'm just saying, y'all, I don't get it. I know people are scared now. I'm talking about the country that we're living in right now. The country that we're living in right now. I'm just letting y'all know. I would have no problem with them. Let's just say with the booth that I went to go vote at, they had whoever you were voting for, they had it over there and they had it over here. When I put my ballot in, I should see it go up a point on the red side. I don't care. Some of y'all do. I'm not like that. I'm not like the person that, oh, well, I don't want my family to know. I don't care. If my family want to disown me because we think differently on what we do and we vote and all that, that's their choosing. It's not my choosing. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's not my choosing to disown my family member. My family and all, I love my family. I love every last one of them. They don't all vote like I do, right? But I'm not about to sit here and get ticked off at them and disown and don't want to have nothing to do with them because they don't want to vote the way that I'm voting. But what I'm saying that for is I have a freaking enough boldness to where I'm cool with going up to a voting booth and like I'm voting red and just drop it in there and see it go up a point. Do that. Wouldn't that be cool? It'd be cool, just like how people are waiting for a certain amount of fundraising to be raised, showing the thermometer. Show it in the county. Every time somebody drop a ballot in, show the red go up. Show the red go up, or blue go up, or blue go up. Show it just like that. You talk about transparency. Go back to the days where we probably dropping paper in there and they put it over in a certain box or something like that. Because the only thing I have an issue with is these algorithms and all these different things like that. I have a problem with computers, period, when it comes to things like voting, because I think that the fact that somebody can get in there and do what they want to it, I think that's an issue. It's just like as of recently, right? We went somewhere, right? My wife and I. We went somewhere and went into a casino. Y'all, about 2 years ago, went to a casino. I'm like, I don't care about gambling. My wife, her mother, they love it. Right? So we go in there. My wife, I give her $100. I'm like, I don't care about this. I'm like, you know, I'm told you I'm limited. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to fall for all that because I know how people can gamble. You know, we gambled all in the hood all the time, shooting craps. My mom had hosted card games. We would play Crazy Eight, Tonk, you know, Deuces Wild. We would play blackjack for money. So I'm competitive. I don't, gambling is not a thing of mine, right? Anyway, my point is saying all that. My wife goes in there, give her $100. I say, look, we just play $100, whatever. I go in there with $20, y'all. I go in there and I did not care what I was playing. I did not care. I sat there and won $350. And then I won $350, then I quit. They were like, no, you have to keep playing. I'm like, for what? They're like, see if you can win more. I'm like, but this is my more. Okay, so I'm just giving y'all a little short story on that. That was 3 years ago. Now, just like a few days ago, we went to a casino again. This time I told my wife, I don't feel like even doing any of this. But you know, my wife, she's the lights and the gling, 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 and the noises and this and that. The only thing that was different about this casino is nothing was like clockwork. Y'all know what I mean? Nothing was gears and clockwork. Everything was computers. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, time now. This is like playing like you know, your mother-in-law, my mother-in-law, she plays these little gambling games on her phone. I'm like, wait a minute. Somebody can put an algorithm in that computer right there and it can let it like every 1,000 rolls, it'll let somebody win some money or something like that. Y'all get what I'm saying? So I'm like, no, I don't trust computers and nothing like that. Somebody can be sitting behind that on the algorithm. No, I want the old school and the little thing. I want clockwork and metal and gears. I don't want no electronics. I don't want any of that. Right? So anyway, but that's my problem with this, is that with computers and everything like that, if they can be manipulated, like they even showed how people can just hack into certain things, whatever like that, hack into machines and hack into all this. And I don't trust any of that. Go back to the old school ways, right? That's exactly what I would do. So he said that MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. Y'all, I don't know if y'all know about most people that are like, and I'm not saying people on the left or not, but that's one thing I can say, because I told y'all, I don't care who you are. You can say what you want. I get invited to speak at people who are Democratic. I get to speak at events of people who are like, they're of Democratic voting, but I might be going there to talk about something completely different, like things regarding, you know, the issues with culture and amongst black people, et cetera, et cetera. Also, though, I go and talk to events where people are mainly Republicans. Point is saying that I haven't come across anybody that they don't respect the Constitution. If anything, they stand on the Constitution. Now, I know there's individuals out there that would like to change it. Like, there's nothing in there about the Constitution. It's like, okay, y'all, come on now. You know, but I think, again, words are just being thrown out there casually just because anybody that might be a fan or a follower of Joe Biden or anybody like that, he can say these things and then people will just listen to it and take it at face value and say that's what it is. So they will go out and they will come to people like the Republicans, and I would see them say, you know, you Republicans, y'all don't even respect the Constitution. The Republicans sitting there holding the flag looking like the Republicans are sitting there holding the flag like, did you not see the Trump rallies? Did you not see everybody going around with the flag? The reason why people were going around with their flags on their truck and said Trump is because the fact that they see that Trump was all about the Constitution. He was all about what our forefathers made this country about. What are you talking? It's the reason why we have this. Are you serious? That's what I've seen a lot. Now, I've been to Democratic things too, where Democrats, I'm talking about Democrats, they're all about the Constitution too. But at the same time, a lot of things come down to morality. People are voting on based on morals. And I don't like when people try to twist things around and try to take our current things today and make it mean that's what the forefathers meant. The forefathers them couldn't even comprehend the fact that I'm even talking to y'all through a computer right now. Or, via, they couldn't even comprehend radio. They couldn't even comprehend talking on the internet. So people are, well, look, the internet wasn't in the Constitution, so we should do away with it. Yeah, let's see how that works. The forefathers couldn't even comprehend a debit card. So let's do away with the debit card because that's not in the Constitution. Come on, y'all. Come on. That's why I say get real on some of this stuff, man. So, anyway, I just wanted to bring that information to you guys right there because, again, these things that they do like this, I don't care who they are. They can sit there and dodge questions. She still did not answer his question that he asked her as far as what she tweeted. She still did not answer the question. He said, why is questioning the election right now so extreme? But it wasn't extreme when Donald Trump was in office. And she still didn't answer that question, which most likely she won't be able to answer that question. So anyway, folks, I'm going to move on to my next topic here. And glad that you all came over here. Do something for me right now. Make sure you hit that like button. All right, hit the like button for me so this video can be pushed out there in the algorithm. And pretty much you hitting that like button is your way of saying you recommend people hear this video. I'm going to be moving on to another subject here, and I hope you guys all return. It's about that white lady who was abducted, kidnapped, and killed in Memphis. Now, I was on a little thing. I ain't hear all about this until now. I'm getting some stuff from my guy ABL about this, and y'all know how I'm going to put my twist on there. So, again, appreciate you guys. Stay tuned because I'm going to be doing another video. So make sure you keep your tab up with me being live right here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Really, really appreciate it, folks. Really, really appreciate you guys all being here, so stay tuned. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.